Hello everyone, you are on the Player Review channel. In this video, you will find out who is worth spending fodder or even coins on, and in which cases it's best to do so. Plus, we'll break down all the strengths and weaknesses of the cards and tell you which one impressed us the most. And as always, we'll compare them to plenty of alternatives and similar cards. Don't go anywhere, let's get started. Our players have different positions and roles, but we'll discuss them together to keep the pace engaging and ensure you don't get bored. Both cards have lean body types, but KOLO is taller at 187 centimeters, while Raphinha stands at 176 centimeters. The Brazilian has 5-star skill moves and primarily an explosive acceleration type, while the Frenchman has a 5-star weak foot and a controlled type. For chemistry styles, we recommend marksman for both. However, hawk or finisher also work well. Raphinha has excellent inside forward roles, while Muani has strong striker roles, along with a solid set of playstyles. Not only do these players differ in position and role, but also in price, with the Frenchman being more expensive due to his dynamic card. By the way, Muani is quite clinical in real life and rarely picks up cards, so he should be able to secure a couple of upgrades. Overall, his card has solid potential. Let's start with the Brazilian and his sprint speed. As we know, the major patch brought back proper speed mechanics, so fast players truly feel fast, especially those with rapid. Meanwhile, Muani doesn't have rapid at all, but his long legs and controlled acceleration help him maintain decent pace. Another strength of these two is their speed boost. Both have roughly the same speed boost despite different playstyles and acceleration types, so there's no clear winner. The only thing is, Raphinha's speed boost is easier to execute due to his high dribbling stats. He slows down more effectively with L1, making it easier to explode forward. For KOLO Muani, you could apply finisher to improve his speed boost, especially if marksman doesn't feel sufficient. But as you can see, even with marksman, he bursts forward well if you time it correctly. By the way, let us know how often you use speed boost or if you don't use it at all. In any case, apart from the explosive speed boost, physicality helps with breakaways. Here's a good example where the opponent failed to challenge him, allowing the Frenchman to easily escape and score with a near-post finish. Raphinha, on the other hand, struggles against physical defenders. His lean and short body type prevents him from holding off challenges, making him easy to dispossess under pressure. But where there are obvious weaknesses, there are also clear strengths. Simply put, this body type is tailor-made for dribbling, and it's not just about skill moves but also left-stick dribbling. Raphinha remains one of the most agile players in this version of the game. Plus, his 5-star skill moves make him an absolute menace when used properly. The Frenchman is also quite agile, especially with short L1 dribbling, as seen in this clip. Even more surprising was how smooth KOLO Muani felt on the left stick, nowhere near as clunky as expected. His first touch playstyle further helps by making him more responsive immediately after receiving the ball. This gives you a brief window of enhanced left stick control after a first touch. Moving on to shooting, both cards have excellent shot power, allowing them to consistently blast past keepers inside the box. However, Muani is naturally the better finisher, especially with his 5-star weak foot, high finishing stats and strong shot power. One standout moment was this strike into the top corner, where the keeper didn't even react. A similar scenario happened with Raphinha, where the keeper's poor animation was triggered due to the shot's power, despite it not being perfectly accurate. That said, Raphinha places shots into the corners just as well as KOLO Muani, but only with his left foot. This leads us to the conclusion that Raphinha is best used as a left winger due to his strong foot and inside forward ++ role. You might argue that he can also score scripted Trivela shots from this position, and while that's true, he absolutely requires a green-timed shot due to his lack of the Trivela playstyle. Even with perfect timing, his shots don't always find the net. So we recommend only attempting Trivelas with Raphinha when he's at full speed. That way the shot gains additional momentum and feels more powerful. Meanwhile, Muani has the Trivela playstyle, so his shots trigger automatically both inside and outside the box. And when striking the ball at full speed, the shot gains even more power. The difference is that Muani is far more consistent at scoring these shots, even without green-timed finishing, or even without full speed, like in this clip with a Trivela shot. You might point out that Raphinha has silver finesse shot, which is highly effective with precision shooting, not just inside the box but also from long range. For example, check out this finesse shot. The distance is impressive and it wasn't even green timed. Of course, golden finesse shots are still superior and better than silver, so he won't be consistently scoring from extreme distances. But getting back to Muani, he doesn't care about such technicalities. He was burying nearly every shot with his silver finesse shot. Essentially, almost every strike from 20 to 25 meters resulted in a goal. His shots were so powerful that they felt like golden finesse shots. So if you've switched to precision shooting, you'll love this card. Highly recommended. Another advantage is his height and aerial playstyle, which makes him a strong target for corners or crosses from the wing. And let's not forget passing. Yes, he lacks playstyles for passing, but his stats are solid enough that passing errors are rare. Of course, we have to highlight Raphinha's golden tiki-taka. While not as essential after the major patch, it still helps in various scenarios, especially if you enjoy quick short passing. To be honest, if we had to pick just one, we would go with Muani, especially if you need a strong, reliable, and most importantly, clinical striker. As you know, in EAFC 25, the rewards for the Weekend League are awesome, which means that the game has become much harder to play. Our boosters will help you to get the best rewards. Write in, because the number of spots is limited. And don't forget that we also sell coins at a cheap price. All links in the description. But moving on to the conclusions, both cards deserve your attention. However, let's first go over Raphinha. Realistically, if you already have past elite evolutions of the Brazilian, this version is probably unnecessary. And indeed, the 500k evolution is on a whole other level, primarily due to playstyles. Yes, you can score silver finesse shots with this version using precision, but it's still not the same as with golden finesse shots. Simply put, the 94 rated version is obviously better. We should also mention the evolution with Press Proven Plus and Finesse Shot Plus. That Raphinha has worse stats, but again, finesse shots are game changers, so it's better to wait for another upgrade to that version rather than complete this one. If you previously completed the Raphinha SBC, you've probably upgraded him a few times by now. Let us know which evolution you used for him. We haven't touched that card yet and are waiting for a top tier evolution. Meanwhile, we recently got an 88 rated Inform, which is objectively better than the last SBC version. So if you're looking to upgrade a Raphinha card, go for the 88 rated one. If you're unsure about the 90 rated version, just buy and test the 88 rated Inform. If you like him, you have two choices. Either keep the Inform and wait for a top tier evolution, or complete the new SBC if you want 5-star skills and golden rapid. But again, Raphinha is one of the best left stick dribblers in the game, almost regardless of the version. That's exactly why it makes sense to buy and try the Inform if you haven't played with Raphinha before. Now that we've covered different versions, let's talk about alternatives to the 90 rated Raphinha. The new Garrincha is an amazing card and is, of course, better. But if you're short on coins, you can get his base version, which isn't worse in terms of left stick dribbling, has 5-star skills, and trickster. However, he is slower and lacks the same speed boost. Their physicality is about the same. But if you love agile players and need an icon, base Garrincha is still top tier. That said, if we had to choose, we'd probably go with the new Raphinha. Sticking with Brazilian options, we should mention Jairzinho, who is still available in SBCs. We won't dwell on this, he's better than base Garrincha, just the base version, and better than the new Raphinha. Yes, he is slightly less agile than both, but not by much. The key is that he has solid agility, while also being stronger and more balanced. He's very fast, explosive, and has an equally deadly shot. Simply put, we definitely wouldn't replace him with Raphinha. Of course, the game has a ton of wingers, so if you need a comparison, drop a comment. We'll try to reply quickly. We rate Raphinha 8.9 out of 10 for card quality and remind you that detailed ratings will be available tomorrow in our Twitter. For SBC value, the card gets a 7 out of 10. Now let's talk about KOLO MUANI. As you might have guessed, we liked him just as much, if not more, than Raphinha, mainly because of his goal-scoring ability. He's a true goal machine who will definitely make an impact in your squad. But a key disclaimer, if you need 5-star skills or trickster, he might not be for you. Otherwise, highly recommended. More importantly, even if Muani doesn't get any upgrades, it won't be a big deal. He already has a well-balanced card that can do everything, but most importantly, he's incredibly clinical. Let's quickly go over current SBC alternatives. Bale is, of course, better. He's just broken. Yes, his left stick isn't great and so on, but the way he runs, bulldozes through defenders, and finishes makes up for everything. So Muani is best as a striking partner for Bale. He won't be as dominant physically, but he'll be just as lethal in front of goal. Kluivert, Van Persie, and Torres are worse than Muani, in our opinion. Sorry guys, but we definitely take Muani over Torres, so if Torres didn't impress you, go ahead and swap him for the Juventus forward. Stoichkov is similarly priced and just as clinical, plus he has 5-star skills and provides chemistry as an icon. Honestly, this is a tough call because we like both. Check out our Stoichkov review if you haven't seen it yet, but we'd probably lean toward Muani due to his dynamic card and upgrade potential. Diogo Jota is also a great option. If you like finesse shots and decent agility, he's worth considering, especially as a long-term evolution candidate, but we'd still invest fodder in Muani. Felix is one SBC you should skip. Milan isn't performing well, so upgrades are unlikely. Plus, his card just isn't good enough to justify that much fodder or coins. Again, better to invest in Muani. Even if he doesn't get an upgrade, he'll still be top tier. There are plenty of other alternatives in the game, so if we didn't cover a player you're interested in, leave a comment and we'll try to reply quickly. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on timely and interesting reviews. We rate KOLO MUANI 9.1 out of 10 for card quality and remind you that detailed ratings will be available tomorrow in our Twitter. For SBC value, the card gets a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.